Adriana McLamb is joining us, a former college Division I volleyball player who is currently coaching a team. Adriana, good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Very serious matter here for what's happening with these young girls and taking a stance to push back. The players not taking this sitting down here. Here's the statement. They say, quote, "We demand that our right to safety and fair competition on the court be upheld. We refuse to participate in any match that advances injustice against female athletes." As a former college athlete, as a volleyball coach, can you tell us how you feel about this situation, and are these young players right in their stance?
1000% they're right in their stance. It's our First Amendment, free speech. They're allowed to have their opinions and voice them. But shame on those administrators, shame on those coaches for not having their athletes' backs, for not standing up for their athletes. Any athlete I coach, I want to make sure that I provide an environment where they can speak freely and that I'm protecting them. And the NCAA, the administrators at University of Nevada, Reno, as well as that coaching staff are not doing that for their athletes, and shame on them.
In fact, they're so strong in this decision to have these ladies play against a team that features a biological male, again, who could be spiking a volleyball down in someone's face, that the school released this statement saying that it's going to go on as planned, writing the player's decision and statement were made independently and without consultation with the university or the athletic department. The player's decision also does not represent the position of the university. The university is also governed by federal law, as well as the rules and regulations of the NCAA and the Mountain West Conference, which include providing competition in an inclusive and supportive environment. University intends to move forward with the match as scheduled. The players may choose not to participate in the match on the day of the contest. No players will be subject to any team disciplinary action for their decision not to participate in the match. Adriana, if that was you who was about to be, scheduled to play and not feel confident in doing so, what do you think these young women should do?
I think exactly what they've said they want to do is they want to forfeit the match. Don't play. We've gotten to that point, and luckily 4 universities have taken the stance of forfeiting their matches. It's really sad that the university will not stick by their athletes and forfeit this match for them. But once again, we're seeing the coaches, administrators in the NCAA putting the burden of truth, putting the burden of fighting this fight on the athletes rather than protecting them and being there when they're supposed to be.
So this obviously is a broader conversation. We know that now because the governor is speaking out of Nevada. Here's the post on X. Governor Joe Lombardo saying, quote, "The student athletes at the University of Nevada, Reno have determined that they do not want to play against San Jose State, and I wholeheartedly respect the decision of the players. No student athlete should ever be pressured to play a game where they don't feel safe, period," end quote. Can you talk to the evolution of the sport? It's not just volleyball. We've seen this in swimming. We've seen this in other areas. We've seen this obviously in just your average gym that you may be a member of, where biological men are in the female locker rooms or in these in restroom facilities. This is seemingly getting a lot more attention in really the past few years here. And from the time that you've played, and now you're seeing what you see today. Can you talk about the evolution of what's happening in women's sports?
Yeah, I mean, we go back 52 years to talk Title IX since it was introduced. There's a reason a baseball field is larger than a softball field. Women's basketball is smaller than a men's basketball. A volleyball net is shorter than women's is shorter than a men's. We have all these differences in the men's and women's sports because there are biological differences. We're seeing this become more and more of an issue because it's being brought to light more and more because the rules allow it. And until whether it's the NCAA or it's Title IX at the federal level, or states continue. We currently have 26 states that have signed Save Women's Sports bills. Until more states do that, we're going to see it because these athletes are taking advantage of the system and playing on whatever they identify, when in reality it needs to be sex-based sports based on your biological sex.